Teen Titans is an amazing cartoon with some of the best written episodes in the West. In this essay, I wanted to analyze Only Human, one of my favorites. Common traits in great episodes of this show are a hero with a character arc that represents the theme, and a villain that foils them and indirectly helps them learn the theme. In this episode, Cyborg is the hero. He's part human and part robot. His weakness is that he can't physically go past 100% of his strength. His mechanical muscles don't allow him to. This is visually depicted by a monitor showing the percent of strength he's using. This is a sensitive topic for him because before his accident, as a full human, he could push past his limits, but as a half robot, his limits are his limits. At least, that's a lie he believes. The truth he ends up learning is that his human side is stronger than he thinks, and it can allow him to go past 100%. Cyborg's villain in this episode is an excellent foil that helps him learn the lesson. While Cy is half robot, Atlas is all robot, making the two similar and different. This difference isn't just for show, because it becomes an integral part of Cy's victory. Atlas was a superior robot that defeated Cyborg at 100%. The only way Cy could beat him was by realizing the power of his human side and taking advantage of it. By mixing and maximizing his half-human, half-robot physiology, he was able to finally defeat Atlas. Furthermore, Atlas looked down on humans, including his mechanic. His quote, "I am all robot, and you are only human," perfectly represented his beliefs. He believed this is why Cyborg couldn't win against him. This enhances the dichotomy between the two. The hero is a half-robot that needs to learn the power of his human side, while his opponent is a full robot that doesn't see the value in humans. Additionally, part of Atlas's downfall is the mechanic, a human he kept disrespecting, refusing to help him in battle. The human side is also metaphorically represented in kindness. Atlas, a full robot, treats his allies poorly, while Cyborg, a half-human, fights to rescue his friends. Another powerful trait of Teen Titans villains is how they don't just physically beat up the hero, but emotionally beat them as well. Atlas came to Cy's house, beat him up, captured his friends as prisoners, and made him doubt himself. He amplified Cy's insecurity of not being able to push past his limits. Only after Atlas forced the hero to rock bottom was he able to rise up even stronger. Mechanic also has a subplot with his own arc. He went from believing that Atlas was superior and being a servant to him, to believing in his own self-worth and refusing Atlas's disrespect and abuse. His cheers served as a symbol for his character arc. When he was cheering on Atlas, he believed the lie. When he started to cheer on Cyborg, the symbol changed, representing his belief in the truth. Having a great hero and villain isn't all the story does. It also maps out these important moments perfectly. At the start of the episode, Cy's flaw is immediately established when he's bench pressing. We are informed just how insecure he is about his limiter, and we get the backstory explaining why. The limiter is also a great symbol for his character arc. Soon after, Atlas is introduced with one of the coldest entrances. Cyborg is blowing off steam by playing games online because of his failure in the intro. He beats Atlas, so Atlas gets salty and challenges him to a fist fight. When Cyborg says anytime, Atlas immediately shows up and starts throwing down. Atlas's desire to be the best is a good reason for him to have conflict with Cy. It was also clever that Cy was only playing games because he was angry about his limiter. That's connective tissue. Atlas challenges him to a 1v1 after taking his friends prisoner, motivating him to fight. He defeats him and forces Cyborg to rock bottom, enhancing his insecurity and belief in the lie. Before the third act, Cyborg is able to learn the truth and return for a rematch. The symbolism of his human half in the reflection, giving his robot half a pep talk, was beautiful. After his character arc, Cyborg is able to break the symbol of his belief in the lie and surpass his limits to beat his opponent. Atlas saying Cy is the better robot and Cy correcting him that he's the better human is great dialogue that plays off the earlier quote of Atlas being the better robot. This is the third symbol that is flipped to show character development. The episode ends with Cy refusing a new monitor with this quote, "My body may have its limitations, but if I put my mind to it, there's no limit to what I can do. After all, I'm only human." This is the fourth symbol changed. Atlas used the words only human to put down Cy, but now the latter took it and used it to uplift himself. It's poetic that this is the title of the episode. This is easily one of the best episodes of the show. The hero has a clear character arc that represents the theme. The villain beautifully foils the hero to highlight traits that the episode wants to focus on, physically and emotionally damages them, and indirectly helps them complete their character arc. The plot is paced efficiently, there's a subplot, and there are 4 symbols that change to represent the character development in the episode.